Hello everyone, and yeah, like I said in the DRSL video, welcome to the one-off video that I will be doing this week, considering it's a combined tier for both races. This is the sister series of DRSL, the Drivers Room Festival of Speed. So, for people that don't know what this is the sister series that runs directly after the Sunday League, and it's basically a full tuning series with different cars to feature each season, chosen by the community in a draw. So every season. Um, some people that put in their choices to Dowlers that runs this league. Um, he will then put out a draw of who driver gets to pick the car for the season, and then it's full tuning everywhere for this series. So we stick with one car, or as we did last season, I will put up a few pictures before the grid walk of Group C of the Master Trucks, I think it was. And yeah, we run so many different cars in this series, but this is a full tuning series, so suspension, downforce, diff, everything is tunable, and that will decide the factor of who wins, who loses, who's got the best setup, and who's got the worst. It really depends on what you do with the car. And in this season one, season four, I mean, round one, we're running the BMW Vision GT. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good season for the boys. And yeah, if you would like to join this series, DRFS is the name. So, with my rambling then done, let's get down to the grid, see where everyone qualified in this one, and let's do the one off. All right, here we are down at the grid, and let's take a look at the grid and see where everyone qualified. And I will mention why this is just a one-off race in the outro. So uh, uh, please listen to that if you want, and you'll understand why this is just a one-off commentary race for myself. As yeah, the explanation will be told then. But to the grid. In the sexy BMW, then, we have Jim Clark in P1 in retro racing. We have Giclaren in Wrecking Ball racing. All of the Wrecking Ball members are in individual liveries for this season, as they don't have a livery creator, I believe. P3, we have Too Fast, Michael in Wrecking Ball racing. We have Gedanitz as an independent. We have Kimaru in Team Sega. We have RJ in Retro Racing. Dollars in Retro Racing, P7. P8, Sean in Goose Racing. We have Rex in Retro Racing in P9. P10 for Jules in Goose Racing. Bullet in P. What is it? Yeah, Bullet in. Have no Grim in P11 in Team Sega. Bullet Team Sega in P12, and Haldir as an independent in P13. Sorry for that little mix-up. And let's see how this goes. All right, waiting for 5 lights to go dark, as we have a interesting 30-minute race to do. All of these boys are in teams except for 2 as independents. But if there is team spots available, people will recruit drivers. But for right now, we have 2 independents on track in Gdanitz and Haldir. So Jim Clark then, amazing start from the American, as we see Michael in P2. We have Scruffy there in P3. As we see, whoa! We might have to take a look back with Michael on that one. What in the hell happened to him? Jim Clark then, over bridge corner, going into the tunnels. These cars are very, very fun to drive, but they top off at around 270 kph, as we see them going into the hairpin, as we see Kim there trying to challenge the German. So good, strong first lap there for Jim Clark, as we see Gdanitz under pressure there from Kim and Dowlers. Taking a look back with Mr. Michael. What in the world happened to Michael? Did he just get oversteered? Oh, it looks like he got oversteered. Or maybe there was a grass patch that sent his car over the edge. Coming back then with the gang at lap 2. We have Kim, Gdanitz, and Dowlers fighting for P3. So we see 2 wide there from Kim and Dowlers. Kim and Dowlers are teammates in ADEC, but here they are pure rivals. As Kim is back in Team Sega. Last season he drove for himself. Team Me. So beautiful liveries from the teams this season. As you see Grim there in P6 in front of RJ and Sean. Very beautiful livery there from Goose Racing. It's probably my favorite this season, to be honest. It looks so GT3-like, this livery, or maybe it is based off MotoGP or something, but this livery is beautiful. So I think Jules has created this beauty. Very, very good job from Jules, the Burger Man. Very skilled livery maker, as we see Haldir in front of Too Fast and Bullet. Michael is doing everything in his power right now to get past Haldir. He needs to make up for the blooper in lap 1. Haldir has gone full Phoenix on the hood. As we see overtake there from Michael, pushing himself into P9. Jason is not letting this go though. He might have to yield into the hairpin as Michael takes P9. Oh, and Jason spinning. And Jason quitting. Oh, okie dokie. As we see Jim Clark then in P1 still into turn 1, we have Scruffy, we have Gedonitz with a half-second penalty, Dowler's there in P4, we have Kim chasing down his ADEC teammate. Panther has done an amazing job with the Sega livery as well. Shame we don't see him on track tonight, busy. IRL came calling. As we see Kim still following Dollars there, trying to keep the pace up. As we see Grim in front of RJ. I think RJ is still just doing DRFS. So some names we only see in the sister series, like Lex as well. Sadly, he's not on track either. IRL came calling there as well. Lex also a master livery designer in driver's room. So shame to not see Lex on track. Robert's dog, whatever he calls himself these days. But I think RJ is in the same crew as Lex. Yeah, he's in retro racing as well. So I have a feeling that Lex is the mastermind behind retro racing's livery. The battle for P6 then. As we know, Grim is not the easiest man to get past. I think we saw a... No, I was completely wrong there. Thought we saw a penalty from Kim, but... As we see Grim staying in third through the hairpin. These cars are extremely weird considering how the gearing is done. You basically have to shift these cars before the red line to get the most out of the rev range. As we see Sean, we have Michael. Man, I love Goose Racing's livery. Can't say it enough. It is a beautiful looking livery. Very intricate. Must have taken hours for Jules, I believe, to make this. The retro racing livery is also so good looking. We see Jules there in P10 in front of Rex. He's a little bit choppy still, but let's hope the connection issues is fixed enough for him to have a smooth race. Bullet then, very unlucky there, and all the way down in last place. Jim Clark and Giclaren. They have left the field behind, as we see Gedonitz, Dowlers, and Kim. A little bit of gap between these three as well, as Gedonitz is trying to hold off two members of the Hammer squad. Well, not in the DRFS, of course. I don't think there's going to be a lot of change in positioning here. between Dallas, Kim, and Gedonis so far, as we see Grim, RJ, and Too Fast in a mighty battle now. We have Sean has dropped down behind Michael. We know how fast Michael is, but he's got a lot of work to do. He has to do a big recovery race as he goes on the inside, 3 wide almost into the hairpin, as we see Michael taking almost 2 cars into the hairpin, but Grim managing to hold Too Fast behind. Like I said, Grim is a good, strong, clean driver, but he is definitely not easy to pass. You have to work for every inch when it comes to Grim. But I think Michael has this now with the slipstream. Gets past Grim, takes P6 as we have Grim done, back down into P7. We have RJ P8 and P9 there for Sean. Very close-knit battle here for P7 with Grim and RJ and Sean. Grim is doing a good job of keeping these boys behind, but the pressure must be tough as we see RJ on the inside into bridge corner. Oh, a little bit of a dive bomb move there from RJ. Could be some screams of frustration underneath the helmet of Grim. It was on the verge of not super clean, but I think it worked enough as we see Sean on the inside into the hairpin. He's going to be on the outside. And Grim manages to close the door on Shawnee as they go down to start lap number 9. 30-minute race then, as we have in DRSL. But we do have a 1-hour special in both series. So once a season, DRSL has a 1-hour race and DRFS has a 1-hour race. Grim doing a remarkable job of keeping Shawnee behind. He is not letting this go willingly, as we see Kim get on its dollars still in a separated battle, but they're still trying to make some leeway, as we see Michael has left the other drivers behind. RJ, we have Grim, we have Sean. There's a little bigger gap now between Sean and Grim, as we see Sean going on the inside of Grim into the hairpin, making the move stick. Grim very wide there out of the hairpin, but Grim managing to hold P8 for now. Good, strong battle there from Grim. Grim has definitely improved. We've seen this in DRSL, we've seen this in DRTT. Grim is definitely a way stronger driver these days. And Sean then managing to sneak himself past into turn 1 and snag P8. That doesn't mean Grim is done with Sean. As I think Grim could potentially stay out for longer. His tires have gone pretty bad though, as we see Rex and Jules there in P10 and P11. We have Bullet there in P12. He must have had a big issue in the beginning laps to be this far down. As we see Claren and Jim Clark, 2 very strong drivers. Jim Clark in VR as well. And a fun fact, he actually had some rig issues during the race, Jim Clark. So yeah, he's driving with a very, very loose wheel. As we see Gdanitsen too fast into the pits, we have Dollars and Kim still continuing. Kim with a half-second penalty, going over the grass there. That's Jason's job, Kim, to cut the grass. So stay away from the grass. As we see RJ in P5 in front of Grim. Gdanitz comes out behind Grim and RJ. Michael as well, a few seconds behind Gdanitz. We have Rex still out on his first set of tires, so he hasn't gone in yet. We have Sean in P10. Can't say it enough, love delivery. As we see Jules P11. P12 for Bullet. Have we lost someone else? I don't think so. We had 13. No, Halder is the only one. As we see Scruffy into the pits now, we have Dollars into the pits. Kim continuing for another lap. I think Kim might extend a lap or two. There's no interior in these cars, so there's no point in trying to show interior view. As we see Scruffy coming out behind Kim there, his country neighbor. As Scruffy should be able to make an easy overtake here on his neighbor. Clarence taking the narrower line and moving himself up into well, still P2, but in front of Kim. Yeah, from P3 to P2. My voice is starting to fall off as well, I can feel it. So, good race so far there from Kim. We have Jim Clark into the pits now. We have Gdanitz and Grim. And Grim is still staying out. His tires are taking a heavy beating in this one. Oh, and he overcorrects a little bit there. As we see Kim into the pits as well. And I think that will be Michael then in P5. As we have Dollars there in P4, fighting for P3 into turn 1 and making a move stick, but Gdanitz takes the slidey cutback. Not able to make the move complete, Gdanitz, and still staying there in P4. P3 then for Dollars, as we see Michael charging heavily in the background. Wants to get back into a podium, and Michael has done a hell of a job with a recovery race to get up to this point. As you see Michael on the back end of his countryman, trying to find a way past Gdanitz, going for a tighter line through the hairpin. As he's gonna have Prima slipstream, as they all go defensive into turn 1 now. Dollars has been here before with Quackers in ADEC. And Gdanitz, there was just a few weeks ago where these two in front of Michael had a mighty battle in the Group 3s around Deep Forest. And they're having a good battle here again. not with each other. Dowlers was battling Quackers, and Gedanitz was battling Koval. So a good, strong battle here for P3 from these three boys. As we see, Michael still not able to make a proper move. As we see, Kim is closing in on them as well. We're going to go down the field quickly. As we see RJ in front of Sean. We have Grim there in front of Jules. Jules with a half-second penalty. Rex there in P11. We have 12 for Bullet. We have Jim Clark and a Scruffy as well in a battle for P1. So it's going to be a three-way or 5 cars battling for positions here. As we see Dowlers on the outside there. Gedan is taking the inside, making himself up into P3. And we have Michael in a sandwich. Going on the middle of turn 1 there then. Oh, little bit of wheel spin from all of them. As we see Dowlers still managing to hold Michael behind a little bit. A slide there from Gedanitz as we go into turn 4. And Gedan is still able to hold P3. We have Dollars then back down to P5 as Michael tries to make himself moved up to P3. And we gotta pay attention to Scruffy and Jim Clark as well, as Jim Clark goes very defensive into the hairpin and defends Scruffy off a little bit there. But Michael then, will he be able to make a move on Gedanitz? As he is just trying to look for a better line out of the hairpin to get past his countryman. As we see Kim closing in on the background there, with all of the fighting going on in the front. Kim is definitely closing in from the rear. As we see, Michael is trying to make use of the slipstream, going on the inside into turn 1, and I think he has to move on Gedanitz as he takes P3. It's not done yet. As they go side by side, I think Michael has this move stock. He has definitely the bigger cojones at the moment, and that is Michael up into P3 as we have Dowlers trying to battle for P4. P4. Kim then closing in. We're gonna look down with RJ, with Sean. We have Jules and Rex. We have Grim, Bullet. We're gonna go to Scruffy and Giclaren and Jim Clark for a little bit, as Jim closes the inside into turn 1. Very close battle here between these two as well. Battle for P1, but I think we have to go back to the battle for 4th as well, as we see Dowlers in front of Gedanitz. Gedanitz now in front of Dowlers. We do have Kim closing in as well. It's going to be multiple battles to watch. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit back and forth, I think. As we see Jim still holding off the Swede. Good, clean, strong racing here from the boys. As we see Scruffy trying to find a way past on the outside into the hairpin on Jim Clark. Jim Clark defends the inside. Not able to make a move and accidentally gives Jim Clark a little push. As we see Gedanitz and Dowlers. Dowlers going on the move on the inside into the hairpin now. and not far enough in front, as we see Gdanis with a little tail slide there, and Kim closing in ever so slightly. Scruffy then has lost a few meters up to Jim, so he has a lot of work to do. So we're gonna go back to Dollars, Gdanis, Kim. As we see Dollars on the inside into turn 1, and he makes the move as Gdanitz moves down to P5, but Gdanitz might have the better traction out of turn 1. Still, oh, he manages to get himself in front of Dollars in the twisties. Very good, strong drivers to go side by side into the next one. And Kim has closed in because of all this fighting, and Kim is all the way behind the rear bumper now. Kim can smell an overtake opportunity or two. As we see Scruffy not able to close in too much, so we're going to stick with the battle for P4 then. As we see Dollars and Kim and Gdanitz battling for P4. As we see Gdanitz defending the inside into the hairpin now, and holding on to P4. As we see Dollars not able to make a dent there. Very close now between Gdanitz, Dollars, and Kim. As we see Kim also trying to find a way past. One small mistake, one kink in the armor now, and Kim will try and get past. As we see Dollars on the inside into turn 1. As the cameras don't want to cooperate. As we see Dollars, very bad exit out of turn 1. As we see Kim just saying thank you, I'll take P5. And taking up the hunt to P4 now on Gdanitz. And Team Sega versus Independent versus Retro. As we see Dollars still looking for a way through. Very wide out of bridge corner there for Dollars. Let's hope there's no penalty incurring for him. Just quickly check with Clarence and Jim Clark. Still a little bit of a gap between them. As we see Gdanitz, Kim, and Dollars going into the hairpin now. We have 2 laps remaining, I think, of this race before we'll see the final finishing positions. Just to go down one final time on the field, we have RJ, we have Sean, we have Grim, we have Rex, Jules, Bullet, we have Jim Clark and Giclaren, Scruffy the janitor, and the Jägermeister mobile. Michael Dunn, very good recovery race from him, as we see Gdanitz and Kim very close together. As we see Kim is on significantly better tires than Gdanitz and Dollars at the moment. And I'm about to lose my voice. I can feel the itch in the throat. As we see Kim is right all over Gdanitz's rear bumper. Kim is eager to get this move done. Will he be able to? We do see a move on the outside then of Gdanitz. As we see Kim just has to slot in. This is going to be his final attempt. As we see Dollars with a tiny better traction out of the hairpin. They're going to be in the slipstream of each other now, so it's going to be dangerous for all 3 of them. As we see Gdanitz has to defend for his dear life against the Norwegian and the Welshman. Dollars not able to make a move, But Kim diving into turn one and making a move stick on Gedanis, as we see Dowler still in P6 there, with Gedanis now down into P5, Kim into P4. Kim is highly aggressive in this one. And I'm sorry, boys and girls, I am losing my voice right now. Too much talking, and the itch is really down my throat. As we see, Kim is able to move away from these two. As we see Jim Clark then and Giclaren. Giclaren collecting a little bit more height out of the hairpin. Will he be able to make the move on Jim Clark down the start-finish straight? It's going to be close between Jim Clark and Giclaren. Oh, as we see Michael then in his own solitude in P3. Good recovery drive from Michael, indeed. As we see Kim in P3 with Gedanis right behind, Dallas right behind, and P4, 5, and 6 for these boys. We have RJ in P7, and 7th there for Sean. We have 9th for Grim. So a good opener for DRFS. P10 for Rex. We have P11 there for Jules, and a P12 for Bullet. All right, that is DRFS Season 4, Round 1. That was a very good race, very entertaining, and that's what you can expect from a driver's room and the DRFS season. Some cars will be more difficult to drive than others. Definitely the BMW Vision GT feels very good. The Group Cs that we had last season, they were a more difficult sort, and they were highly expensive and very rare to see in the Legend dealer. But let me explain why I'm not doing DRFS commentary as a normal thing in Driver's Room. Right now, I have the Driver's Room Acelet Design Endurance Championship, which is 1 hour races across 2 tiers. That takes me 2 days to do. Then I do the DRSL races, Tier 1 and Tier 2. I do both within an hour, hour and a half to record. And if I were to do DRFS, it was just put too much on my plate. I did 3 tiers of ADEC in the COVID era. I did 2 tiers in DRSL and 2 tiers in DRFS ones, and honestly, it just burnt me out to the point where I stopped doing commentary for a few years because I just lost interest and it was just too much. I took on too much work, so I'm hoping a few of the old boys could come back to doing commentary again because DRFS really deserves some commentary. Honestly, the Drivers Room 2 for Tuesdays on Tuesdays really deserves some commentary as well. But if I were to take on all of those things, I would have to stop racing because it's just going to be too much and it's going to lead to a burnout. So with the DRSL race being combined into one tier for this week, I decided to, at least as a one-off, do a commentary for DRFS to show what this series is all about. And as you can see in the pictures in the um, before the grid walk and before this outro, um, you'll see what the series is all about, the different cars we've been driving, and yeah, it has been a wonderful, wonderful thing to commentate on these races. But if I take on DRFS as well, it's just going to be too much. I would love to do DRFS commentary. I would love to do DRTT commentary, but right now it's just too much, and my plate is full and I sadly cannot take on much more work than I am right now. It's going to lead to burnout if I do more. But with that said, this race was amazing. It almost made me lose my voice. Um, and DRFS is a wonderful series. Sometimes it can be more frustrating than fun. We've had cars where people have dropped out of the rest of the season because it's not fun for them. It's just leading to frustration, and um, the fun will definitely go away. So some cars are more fun than others to do, uh, and others are a little bit more frustrating for some and very fun for others that manage to reel in the monsters that we drive in DRFS. Tuning series, full tuning. So yeah, it has something for everyone that enjoys stuff like that. But with that said, I have been Slingshot Cherberg, or as everyone else knows me, I am Kimaru75, or Kim. But I use Slingshot Cherberg as my commentator persona, so it's easier to commentate on myself when I am in these races. But yeah, I hope this explanation has been good enough. And if you want to join the RFS, this is a great series, but it requires work. You can join as an independent, or if there's a spot in the teams, they will recruit you and they will help you with setups and all that stuff. With that said, I am done now. My rambling is done. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.